that is definitely a cast of characters. If March Madness is not happening on the court, it's happening in the stands. Douglas versus Star Valley for the 3A state championship. First quarter, Star Valley wearing the white. Lexi Erickson with a quick burst of speed, and that will get her to the hoop for the first 2 points of the game as her team would strike first. The opposition would tie it at the free throw line, and meanwhile, the Lady Braves would put together another plan for their next 2 points. Erickson finds Shay Schwab in the open lane, and those quick moments were paying dividends early. They go up 4-2. Here comes more. Don't blink, you might miss it. Haley Greenwood gives it up, gets it back, and deposits 2 for the cause. Star Valley knew what they were doing, and they're now ahead 6-2. Coming into this tournament, the West Regional champs had not played a 3A East team all season, and they were holding their own against the East champs. Jessica Woodford found the backside wide open, and that was easy. Now it's an 8-2 contest. Douglas was in a very unfamiliar position on the wrong end of the scoreboard. Carly Cecil Edelman would show that there was nothing to worry about, at least not yet anyway. Her team is down 8-4. It was starting to look like things were beginning to bounce their way. Case in point, Cassidy Scott needed about 3 of them before she would get 2, and now the undefeated Lady Bearcats are right back in this game, trailing 8-6. Now you want to talk about luck. Woodford has nowhere to go, so she'll just put up a shot and just barely put enough on it for the Lady Braves. That would move the score up to 10-6. In addition, they were doing pretty well with their long-range attack. Greenwood would step on the line, so that will count as a very long 2, but Star Valley would take it, and a 12-8 advantage after the first 8 minutes. Second quarter, the Lady Braves had to make sure that the score was not close, or else the opposition would have a chance. Woodford finds the baseline path open, not the first time. 14-8 is our score. Then they would go to their big girl, Erickson, a 5'11 senior. She had double-double numbers, 13 points and 10 rebounds, and that bucket would double things up. It's 16-8. Star Valley was making things work because they had a good shot selection. Greenwood led all scorers with 24 points, and the lead is now in double digits. It's 18-8. The only thing that they have not done so far is hit from behind the arc. They were close earlier. Schwab will strike and provide some much-needed breathing room. The girls from Afton were surprising everyone but themselves, up 21-8. The Lady Bearcats needed to get it going soon, or else their problems were only going to get worse. It took Scott a couple of tries, but she'll get 2 offensive rebounds and 2 points. The senior scored 12, and now her team has reached the 10-point plateau, down 21-10. But there was a sweet spot on the far side of the court, and Cortland Jenkins just found it, and 3 points to boot. That would cap off a 12-2 run to put the Lady Braves up 24-10. Douglas was in trouble, and they knew it, but stayed cool. Jill Espelin gets that 3 right back, so now her team trails 24-13. And they would catch a small break. Bad ball handling on this play, and Molly Krajcek will take it and score. They needed a few more moments like that because the opposition would hold a 26-16 advantage going into the locker room. Third quarter, the Lady Bearcats would try to turn the tide, and they had some success. Scott is in the corner, beaming up 3. That was a start, and the score is 26-19 with her squad still down. The senior was heating up, and she's known for doing that, and she had no favorite spot. She'll hit from anywhere. The deficit is down to 5. It's 28-23, which is the closest they have been in a long time. But where there's momentum, there's a momentum killer. Scott would call, Woodford would answer, and the pendulum was starting to swing the other way. Star Valley leads 31-23. They wanted to put things back the way they were. Greenwood thinks that is a great idea, and she is more than happy to help out with another 3. It's back to an 11-point game. 34-23 is our score. Douglas needed to get someone new in on the scoring. Let's try Ashley Blackburn in traffic, and still manages to score, and she will get the call. They needed to keep their disadvantage under 10, and it is right now at 34-25. However, they had a hard time stopping Greenwood, and it did not matter where on the floor she was. That time she was behind the arc, and the Lady Braves were in decent shape, leading 37-25 going into the final 8 minutes. Fourth quarter, Star Valley knew that the best way to slow down a good player like Scott was to get her in foul trouble. That was Erickson's plan on this play, and it worked. The 3-point play pushes the score to 40-25. The Lady Bearcats were at that point of now or never. Krajcek would help with the now. 11 points for the senior, and she was 1 rebound shy of a double-double. It's 40-27 with her team down. Actually, she was the one trying to bring her team back, and she was doing it on her own. That did some good for a little while. This too would have her squad down 9. The score is 42-33. However, the opposition would keep it together under pressure, and they were just looking for a statement basket. Greenwood has a clear path behind the press, and that's a good indicator that this game is just about over. Douglas would get a few threes in the final minute out of desperation, but like I said earlier, they were in an unfamiliar spot on the scoreboard, and when the clock hit 0, there went that 0 in the loss column. Star Valley takes down what was supposed to be unbeatable, 56-46. They finish the season with a record of 23-4 and bring home their first state championship trophy since 2000.